Random. Noun. A roving motion, course without definite direction, lack of rule or method, chance. Random. Adjective. Having unpredictable outcomes and, in the ideal case, all outcomes equally probable, resulting from such selection, lacking statistical correlation. The flip of a fair coin is purely random. The newspaper conducted a random sample of 500 American teenagers. The results of the field survey look random by several different measures. Random. Adjective. Characterized by or often saying random things, habitually using non sequiturs. A roving motion, course without definite direction, lack of rule or method, chance. Random. Adjective. Having unpredictable outcomes and, in the ideal case, all outcomes equally probable, resulting from such selection, lacking statistical correlation. The flip of a fair coin is purely random. The newspaper conducted a random sample of 500 American teenagers. The results of the field survey look random by several different measures. Random. Adjective. Characterized by or often saying random things, habitually using non sequiturs. You're so random. Reference.
What's up, my brother? Listen, just giving you a shout real quick. This the last one, you know what I'm saying? The best for last. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey, brother, hey. Best for last. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey. Hey. Y'all heard that we won. What's going on, brother? Hey. I know you the voice of positivity. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey. Hey. What's going on, brother? Hey. Hey. sometimes, right? We dropped a couple games. I know you the voice of positivity, so don't let nobody get down, right?
Yo, look at this, dog. That's Canada. You get what I'm saying? Welcome to Canada. Real talk. Y'all getting that? Y'all getting that? Winter Wonderland things, dog. Like, yo, look at them. Look at them things, dog. Like, yo, I ain't playing with you. I like go this way still. Yo, where's the trees at? Yo, you can see the trees. All snowy. All snowy in like, yo, this is Canada, dog. How do you mean? Canada. Look at that. Look at that, man. Yo, snow everywhere. Yo, police sirens and snow, dog. How you mean? Yo, it's madness. And then if I could get it like here, dog, watch this. See that? Pure snow behind the scene. Pure snow behind the scene, dog. I ain't playing with you, man. Real ways. Hold on. Yeah, Peaches in the building. Peaches in the building. Rah, rah, rah. Chicka, 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 la, la, la. We got some like appetizing things tonight. Honestly. Fulham. Nottingham Forest. All to do with West Ham United. You get me? Crazy, 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 crazy things. And yo, honestly, real talk, stay tuned to like get involved because we got this.
Flowing bubbles.
Hello, Gatesy.
Oh,
Hello, mate.
hello.
Where's Peach gone to?
I have no idea. To be honest, I turned up backstage and he wasn't around at all. So I was like, oh, okay, what's
What?
going on?
Well, and
with him?
then it just came on.
No, I don't know what's going on, mate. As I say, I sort of like joined it about 5 minutes ago, and I've been sitting backstage since.
Well, it's live now.
I know.
so
I
so I
saw
don't know what's
I
going
saw
on.
when I joined it was about 12 minutes old. I was like, oh dear.
So I don't know. I spoke to him earlier. Said I might hop on for a few minutes,
Yeah.
but
Oh
yeah.
dear.
So no idea where he's gone. But how are you
No,
anyway?
no. Yes, not bad. Thank you. And yourself, Reese?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all.
Good man. Good man.
Tired,
So
but
I've got no idea what Peach wanted me to talk about.
neither have I. He said we'll do something, but
That's all right, mate. We'll do what we normally do. We make it up as we go along.
we do. Have you had a
Yeah.
good day today anyway? Been at work?
Yeah. No, it's not been too bad. Been busy. Keeping occupied. You know how it is.
That sounds good. Sounds good.
What about yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Had a little today,
Oh,
so
Just been chilling
Yep.
out, really.
Can't be bad.
So
So
I'll
what?
I'll drop him a message, say that me and you were on.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. Very very rude, Peach. What's going on? It's probably his battery in it.
I don't know. It says he's online on WhatsApp.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
There we
Do you
go. I've
want to
just
know
sent
what
him a
I'm doing?
message. Go on.
I am doing some video editing.
For Forged.
Mmm.
Ooh, this could be interesting.
Yes, but I can't say much more than that
Until it's live.
until it's live. That's it.
When's it going out?
Don't know. Don't know. I'm still putting bits and pieces together, and I'm probably going to send this to Charlie Walsh when I've finished what I'm doing, and just ask his opinion on any tweaks that might need to be made. But
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
yeah,
Because you know he's the superstar of video editing.
he is. He's the one that basically gave me the sort of like the crash course in how to do this stuff.
Yeah. Well, he is West Ham
So,
Clips, isn't he?
well, you may say that. I could not possibly comment.
Yeah. Neither can I actually.
All things are possible, my friend.
Yeah, but to be fair with that thing, I want to know, but I don't want to know as well. It'll ruin the illusion.
He sent me. Hang on, I've just realised he sent me 2 minutes ago the StreamYard link that I used to get on here.
He sent me
So
it about 15 minutes ago,
hang
but
on,
I can just get
I'm
on,
gonna
can't I? So
hang on a minute. Let me just message him. Where are you? Question mark. And we'll see when he turns up. I'm just sitting
yeah.
here having my dinner. Actually, do excuse me.
What are you having?
Enchiladas.
I cheese on toast.
Well, this has got cheese on it.
Oh, not cheese on toast, cheese on toast. You know, like the French baguette stick sort of thing.
Oh, very nice.
That with toast with cheese on it in the grill.
What cheese?
Just cheddar today.
Good choice.
I did have red Leicester this morning when I had some, but
Another
I thought
bit
I'd
of
go
cheese.
cheddar. Oh, cheese is the best.
What's your favourite?
Probably red Leicester.
Yeah, I do like a bit of red Leicester. Double
It is
Gloucester
good.
as well. Another good one.
Never had that one.
Have you not?
Nope.
Wow. We'd have to sort that out, mate. Get you a block of double Gloucester, job done.
Yeah, you'll have to come down here and come to the pub up the road from mine, won't you? At some point.
Well, yeah, we'll have to.
See how much
Definitely.
you love. See how much you love OnlyFalls.
Yeah, I do a bit. Yours is the Nag's Head, isn't it?
It is literally Nag's Head with it. Oh, what's this?
I don't,
Here he is.
I don't believe this, dog. Yo, do you know for the last 10 minutes I was recording on a stream that wasn't even a stream?
Nice.
Wow.
What are you doing, bro?
And yes, Hammerhead, I do know that you can hear everything because I'm definitely not muted.
Wow.
Yeah.
How stupid am I, dog? I was recording on a stream. You know what I did? Oh my days. Peach, you're so stupid. Oh my days. Do you know what I did?
No.
Oh, you don't even want to know. It's you know what I did, dog?
Go
I
on.
don't believe this. Oh my goodness.
What did you do?
You know what I did, dog? Like, so I got like, you know how the stream yard thing works, yeah? And you got
Yeah.
like two things in the background and just different streams that you can go on, like past streams and this and that. And I use a past stream to like set up my like thing there. And I went on a past stream and to set up my thing there, but I forgot to like get onto the live stream.
Oh, well done.
Only you, Peach.
Real talk. This is the most unprofessional West Ham YouTube channel out there. thank you so much for like
Is there a professional one?
yours, yes. Mine is like, oh, you've hit rock bottom when you come
This
to
one's
West
just
Ham Random.
it's called
You have
it's
hit
called
rock
random for a
bottom.
reason.
Like,
That is
oh
true.
my goodness gracious me! I don't. I
Well,
just
anyway, yeah, I'm
realized
gonna
what I
hop off
did.
anyway because I just hopped on to keep Gatesy coming through U-turn back up Peach.
Guys,
Because
you are a
I am
legend.
you know how tired I am, man.
No, I know you're cream cracking. I get it,
Oh,
but I don't believe that. That was that. Yo, I don't believe that. Like I got my like fake one that I put up, and it's like I can like check if everything's good, and then I go to the real one, and they kept on the fake one, and I was talking for like 10 minutes. I was
Well
talking for
done.
10 minutes, like trying to get you on, Gatesy, like talking to Rise, and like, oh my days, wow,
Right, I'll
wow.
see you guys later. Yeah.
Reese, thanks for your help, mate.
Hey
All right.
Reese,
See you later.
I am a dickhead, dog. Straight up,
You are a dickhead.
yo, they made two
Love you
muppets and
really.
two
Right.
donuts when they made me, dog. Real talk.
Right. I'll see you guys later.
All right,
100.
mate. Stay
Thank
safe,
you.
yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you.
See you later.
Oh, what's
Okay,
that?
so
From
now
Gaza.
to West Ham
Abramovich has been
Random. Holy
sanctioned by
shit,
the EU.
JT, what
Yes,
am I
sir.
like? Like,
You're
ah,
you're a
what am I
lovable
like?
donut.
One, I agree with you. One, two donuts, three donuts, four times more. Honestly, it's ah, it's oh okay. Listen, I'm gonna play like little intro for every. I see Hammer, Happy Hammerette. I see Robbie. I see Gaza. Yes, Gaza. I'm gonna play like little intro, and then we're gonna get talking about Nottingham Forest, Fulham, and West Ham
Oh, Anton's
because
there.
I beg your pardon.
Anton's just turned up.
Shut up!
He's in the chat.
Shut up!
He's in the chat.
Oh, now we're talking celebrity things, dog.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Real heavy
Anton, I'm
hitter of the
sending you
West
the link
Ham.
too.
Oh yeah, do it. Do it.
But I'm playing this intro first, dog. Real talk. Watch this. Anton, watch what I made. I made it all by myself. Kind of proud, kind of happy.
Oh,
Like
hello.
Happy Hammerette. Real talk. Yo, big up Happy Hammerette. She's a gangster, dog. I love her. Okay, watch this. This is the new intro. Real talk.
Ooh.
I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the
Yo.
Well,
Dog.
well, did you do that? Is that all your own work?
Yeah.
Oh, get you.
I know.
Clever boy.
Turning into like a Steven Spielberg, dog. How do you
Well,
mean?
funnily enough, because I was saying to Reese before you turned up, you've actually caught me. I'm doing a little bit of video editing.
What? Sorry, what's that, man?
I was doing some video editing when you sent me the StreamYard link.
Oh no! Listen, Gatesy, you're miles above what I'm at.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, listen, I'm doing like things on phones. Like you're doing things, computer things. Like no, you're miles above where I'm at.
Like I say, I've only to be fair, it was Charlie that gave me sort of like a bit of a steer on this last week, and I've been sort of like doing little bits and pieces and cocking it up and doing a bit more and cocking it up, and
What a
but I've
kind,
been
what a
gradually
kind man,
learning.
though. What
Sorry?
a kind human
Charlie is
being.
an absolute gentleman, an
Like
absolute
he
gentleman.
is. You know when they say like there's only one da 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 da, only one da
Yep.
da da da. There's only one Charlie Walsh, and
Oh, goodness.
when he was born, he broke the mold. Like
It's a
he
shame there
is
aren't more of him.
absolutely stellar.
Yeah, he's a lovely fella. Lovely guy. Did you send Anton the link?
No,
Oh,
no,
you. Come on.
I
Let him in.
will,
Let
but
him
I know
in.
he's just gonna like
Oh,
refuse it.
stop
So
playing hard
like,
to get.
I know, but he just refuses my links. I send him links all the time, and it's like he's
He
just
said
too
in the
busy.
chat, send him the link.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
I'll send him the link because I love a bit of Anton. Kilmarnock Neil is like, okay, Anton, how do you want it? Like that sounded bad,
Steady.
but how do you want
Steady.
it? That sounded bad. Like steady, steady, like you say with Duke Dog. But it's like, you want it emailed or you want it like WhatsApp? Like you tell me, and I'll go abide. You get
Have
what
you
I'm
got his
saying?
phone number then?
Come again, Gacy?
You got Anton's phone number?
Yeah.
Ooh. See, I've got him on Twitter.
See, me
I
and
haven't
Anton
got
are
I haven't
brethren,
got his
dog.
phone number.
I even know about Anton's brother that lives in like San Diego, dog. That like sang
Ooh.
at a Public Enemy concert, dog. How do you
I
mean? Real
see.
things. Real no, Anton's big people. Straight up. So are you,
He's
and so is
lovely,
Rise.
lovely guy.
100%. So is Tom
Very,
Atherton.
very few
I sent
people that
Tom
I've
Atherton the link and Charlie Walsh and Adam Franco, but they're too
yeah,
cool for school. Straight up. Hold on,
yeah.
Anton. Let me find you, homeboy.
Go on.
I will send you the link just in case.
He's
How was your day today?
not too bad. Yeah,
Okay.
went well. I got round all my jobs reasonably swiftly, and I was home at a reasonable time. Let's put it like that, just in case my bosses are watching, and I don't want to say that I was home by lunchtime, so
No,
it was
you
a bit
weren't.
later than that.
I
But
can vouch for that. You weren't at
yeah,
home at lunchtime.
yeah.
Trust me. Like, yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So it's all good in hood.
I love that, mate. I love that. I love that. And excuse me. And how's Libby doing in football? If you don't know, Libby is
She's
Gacy's daughter, and she's killing it. She's killing it in
Yeah, she's got an
football right
injury
now.
at the minute. Sadly, she's not been able to play for probably about the last 2 and a bit weeks.
Oh no, why not? What
She
happened?
she she injured her ankle or Achilles. It's
Yes, you
sort of
did
like in
tell me
that
that.
area,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
she's to be honest, she's struggling to walk more than a brisk pace.
Uh,
So there's absolutely no way she can run. No chance.
that
So
sounds like some Jared
is what it is.
Bowen business, doesn't it? Really, like,
Well, could be, but
what's your thoughts on that, Jared Bowen? Do you think he'll be fit for like
no,
2 days time? I
no,
don't, but
no.
no, no way, no way at all.
I've heard whispers about Mickey, and I think that Cresswell's more likely of the three. I think Cresswell has a better chance than Antonio, and Antonio probably has a better chance than Bowen, I would suggest.
Yeah,
So Anton saying email him.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
We think on the same. It's like me and you. We think on the same path, and like that's what I did because like he never texts his WhatsApp, never, ever. Ever. It's like one of those ex-girlfriends you want to get in touch with just to like get a booty call. And it's like
Yeah.
she never checks her WhatsApp, dog. And Anton never checks his WhatsApp, dog. So it's like
But
email
surely
or
he
call.
would if you said on a live stream that he's watching and you said, I'm going to send you a WhatsApp. Surely he'd check it then, wouldn't he?
No, he doesn't.
How
I
rude,
know he's
Anton.
naughty. He's a
Naughty
naughty, naughty,
boy.
naughty. He's a naughty, naughty cockney. People think he's like Scottish, but he's not. I don't care what anybody says. People think he's Scottish. He's not. He's a naughty cockney. You can't tell me he's like Scottish. I don't care. I look past the accent, like as you kind of have to do with me. Like honestly, Casey. But no, listen, Libby, like she's in treatment and that, like physiotherapy or
No, I mean, she's got a doctor's appointment, but I don't know how things are over your side of the water, Peach. But
yep.
honestly, trying to get a GP's appointment, it's like trying to get a direct line to God. It's ridiculous.
I hear
You have
that.
to,
I
you've
hear
got
that.
my wife's had to phone up, book an appointment, which
Yep.
by the time it rolls around will be about a month between booking it and it actually happening. And the appointment as it is not
Mhm.
actually one where my daughter will go into the GP surgery and he says to her, right, what's the problem, blah, blah, blah. It's a telephone consultation. It's like, oh, for
Yeah,
goodness sake.
yeah.
And it's all because of COVID. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, surely everyone's had their jabs and we can all be sensible. Anton!
Antonio.
Gatesy and Peachy. What's
Yeah,
happening,
How are
lads?
you, my
doing,
friend?
Well,
Mikey?
kids
But
are
like,
in
yo,
bed, kids are
Casey, what
asleep.
we're saying, it's like she has to kind of like go through it all over again when she meets the GP. Like,
Yeah, but it is what it is, mate. Anyway,
okay,
we got royalty
let's
with
talk
us.
some West Ham business because
Nah,
Anton's in
there's
the
no
praise,
no
Casey's
royalty.
in the
Listen,
praise.
Peachy,
What's up,
Peachy,
Mikey?
you're digging me out, son. You're digging me out, son.
Listen, you're my boy. I'm allowed to do that, dog. I'm allowed to do that, dog. How you mean? That's like the gift of friendship. When you got that friendship, you're able to dig one another out, dog. Straight up.
That's true.
Yo,
That is
listen,
true, mate. That is
listen.
true. Are you both well?
I'm doing
100.
well, my friend. Yes. How about yourself?
Good. Yeah, good. Thank you, mate. Good.
Family all
Getting there.
behaving?
Looking forward to Thursday. Yes,
Oh,
they are all in bed sleeping. So
we're only 2
Good to
days
hear.
away. 2 days away. We're only 2 days away.
Getting closer.
absolutely.
I can't wait. I
Yeah, it
can't.
really is.
Listen, Anton, I just want to tell everybody what a superb job you're doing at West Ham Network. I think it's like top dollar. If you ain't checked it out, check it out, please. Like West Ham Network, phenomenal.
Subscribe.
Anton, like DJ Rusty B. Stelios like did his own channel thing, but he's still a part of y'all thing, yeah?
Not really.
Okay, so then big up Anton,
My sense of disturbance in the force.
Matto. Yo, big up
Stato.
whatchamacallit, Gatesy, Forge for Mine, huge channel.
Yep.
Yo, now
Can
we're
I
gonna
ask
get
a
in.
question?
No, what? Why? I just was
No,
going on
no.
something
And
and
I
then you
don't,
like shut it
and I
off.
don't, and I don't want Anton to be too specific.
Go
But
on.
I'm fairly sure I
Yeah.
saw Matt at a certain DLR station in southeast London. Would I be right? Does he live that way?
South, yeah, he does, yeah.
Southeast London sort of
There
way.
you go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be
Yep.
specific in case he doesn't want me to broadcast
Yeah,
his location,
yeah, he
but
does.
I thought I saw him sort of like, because I like I say there was a DLR station and I thought, hang on, is that who I think it is? So yeah.
No, definitely. He works shifts, so it would be at like shift time if you see him at work time.
No, it was
really early in the
after
morning,
West
really
Ham
late
game.
at night, or right, okay, yeah. He doesn't tend to go out after the game. He tends to head home after the game, but he comes out mega early. If we meet up, he really like properly comes out. Like he would come and meet me at 7 o'clock in the morning for a 3 or 4 quick kickoff. So
Blimey.
he gets his booze on nice and early, and then heads home nice and early for his kip.
Fair enough.
So yeah, listen, big up to you guys though. Like big up the West Ham Random. You know, the man that keeps bringing everyone together, Peachy boy, and that's what you do. Big family.
That's what we
And his
are.
phone battery keeps dying during broadcast and he drops out. And the guests are there going, what the hell?
Anton, I honestly, I got like, you know how on StreamYard you can like go past recordings? I went on a past recording like just to check out like if everything's set up right, and then everything was, and then I started it on my phone, and then like I started going on like in my room doing 2 things for like 10 minutes, talking a whole bunch of things. Nothing got recorded. And Gatesy and Rise are like, where's Peach? I'm like, I'm right here. You can't see me? But I was on like a past recording. They made
honestly,
one.
I don't know if you've ever. You honestly, what you should do is for both the channels and everyone's channel. Like when you've got a channel, you should always go back onto it and look at your first couple of videos ever. And I actually have more enjoyment looking at our first collection of videos and all the things we tried, and it just failed heavily. And now to this day, do you know what the funny thing is? Now to this day, so like if I go into, let me go in now, right? I just want to, I don't even know how old the channel is, right? So if I go in here, I think if I go by You can search by relevance, can't you? Is that how it works? I don't even know how it works.
Mate, don't ask me.
Right. Hold on. There is a way of
Definitely
finding out
don't
how.
ask me. Like,
Oh no,
can't
I
even
know how
get it
you do
right.
it. I know how you do it. There's a point to this story, right? I just want to tell you how things come back, and it's
What,
it's
like
mad.
flared
So let me
trousers?
just yeah, basically, or things like or like when you get strikes on your channel that you forgot that you've done things. So, for example, we used to do vlogs. We had a guy that used to come on the channel. Jack, his name was, really nice young lad, and he used to do our vlogs. He done vlogs every single game he went to. But see, I'm talking like 5 years ago. He done these,
Yep.
and see
Yep.
now we're getting copyright strikes now because of them videos
Really?
5 years ago.
What?
Because at halftime, I'll tell you why. Because at halftime, when he turns the camera around and looks at himself and he starts to talk, you can hear the music in the background.
And they done you for that, yeah.
And it done our channel. It's like
Yep.
it doesn't. It's not going to. It's not going to. It demonetizes that particular show, and then you've got to spend like ages editing. Or let YouTube do the editing for you, and then just walk away from your computer and let that do
5
it.
years
But
later.
That's mad, isn't it?
Honestly,
That's
it's
mad.
ridiculous. It's
That's
ridiculous. So
insane.
every now and then we. So do you know how like you? I don't know if you'll know, but when you put finding license free and royalty free music is ridiculous. Like it's really tough to get, but when you do get it, it's like gold dust. But even now, like I've had to change the preview, our preview. I've had to change the intro to that. Oh my god! Like
This is too
so many
much.
times
Silly.
because for like now 2 years ago we're getting hits for it. It's like, oh my god, like leave us alone.
But
So
Anton,
yeah, it's
how,
mad.
how can like certain YouTube channels get away with like showing highlights and music and all of them things? Like what?
So
How are they different?
so don't get me wrong here, right? And I
Yeah.
don't know, I could be wrong with what I'm about to say. So
Yeah.
for the first, I think when you first start a channel and for the first 1,000 subscribers, and I could be wrong, obviously
Yeah.
you don't monetize, or if you don't want to monetize the channel,
Yeah.
then in theory you can kind of borderline put on what you want. I could be wrong here, but if you want to monetize the channel, you can't take someone else's content, I believe. So in theory, right at the start, I could have played a song
Yep.
that would have been well known in the public, but I don't really know because it's been such a hard slog, hard learning game. Like, and we've done so many things wrong, so many things, and continue to do so many
That's
things
life, though, isn't it?
And you only
Yeah,
get
but with
better
this, it's
from
we
doing
you
the wrong things.
yeah, but you'll know this though. Like you'll see it yourself. Like you've got this idea in your head, and you've got I'm gonna do a show, and it just doesn't work, and you're like, what the fuck? Why is it not working? Because it's so cool. Like to you, it's such a cool idea, and then you spend so much time putting it together, then you do it, and it's like so disheartening. You're like, oh, why am I doing that now? You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just part and parcel of doing it, innit? So
Yeah.
Anton,
think-
Anton, how's the little Bubba? How's the little Bubba baby?
mate, he's amazing. He's actually amazing. He's just had to settle into the family. He's got the biggest blue eyes in the world. He doesn't realize he's the biggest West Ham fan in the world yet.
No, and he will. He will. He will.
He will thank you for it one day.
Hopefully.
Hey,
Hopefully we win something in his era.
We're winning Europa League. I don't
I
miss it. We are.
I have
winning
always
Europa
told my kids, right, and this goes back to the first season at the new stadium, and we played Arsenal, and we were getting humped 5-1. They had Alexis Sanchez in their ranks, and that he was absolutely on flames. And I'm fine, Gaza, thank you. And my kids were actually begging me, Dad, please, can we go? We just want to go. We've had enough now. And I made them stay to the end. And I said, no, it's character building. And the way I look at it is, if they can go through the sort of crap that I had to go through growing up and watching West Ham not winning an awful lot, getting relegated every now and again, coming back up, whatever, selling your best players. If they can go through all that, then when they get to sort of like adulthood and they have a job rejection, or their other half dumps them, or their car gets nicked and things like that, it'll just bounce off them because they're West Ham fans. They're resilient. They're just used.
Yep.
They're used to things going wrong. So I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a life lesson.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
But Gatesy, your first game was kind of your first game was kind of like a false opening to
It
West Ham,
lulled
wasn't it?
me into a false sense of security.
I
That
know.
has to be said.
Tell
Yes.
Anton about it because I don't think he knows.
Yeah, my first game was the 25th of October 1983. Milk Cup
game
second
after.
round, second leg. West Ham United 10, Bury 0.
The game
Wow.
after he called it.
Yeah, the game after. Yeah, wow, 10-0. I mean, I knew the result. I just didn't know that was your first game. That's amazing.
That was
like,
my first
what
game, and
a
quite
false
coincidentally, it's
sense of-
Gonzo's as well.
Wow,
No.
wow,
Yeah,
wowzers. And that's the thing, though. Like you know, kind of set off in the. I mean, the thing was you were done already. You were already West Ham before that, but
oh yeah,
that's just cemented. That's just cemented. You know, that's
Yeah.
cemented it really.
Me-
It's
me
like,
old
you
man
know, Gatesy,
Tiffany and-
I took Freddie to his first West Ham game this season. And it was the away game to Newcastle, and it was 4-2.
Nice.
The 4-2 one. So I couldn't have picked a better game. Like you said, you've seen 10 goals, excitement, craziness.
Yeah.
And Freddie saw 6 goals, end-to-end
Brilliant.
game.
Brilliant.
He had sweets. He had fizzy juice. He was
Yeah.
loving life.
Oh, he was happier
was
than
loving life.
anything, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
Have you
Anton-
been to London Stadium this season, Anton?
That's what I just
Yeah,
was
I've
going
been
to
quite a
ask.
bit. Yeah.
JT, I just
When's your
was
next
gonna
game?
ask that.
So my last game I went down to was Watford. Watford, the famous game after. Well, do you know what? It's not about. It wasn't about Zuma. It was the kind of sadness of the Isla
Yeah.
thing after it. So that was my last home game. I had booked my flights, had booked my accommodation, and had my ticket for Seville. But couldn't go last minute, which was really
Oh, no.
disappointing and was really gutted. So I couldn't go to that. I was going to come down for Thursday, but it's Freddie's birthday on Friday, and I would have to travel through the night to come home. So if it wasn't Freddie's birthday, I would be there. But I don't know if Gatesy, if you know, or Peachy, you know, like I've got a season ticket, so I've had it for 15 years.
Do you
prior
have
to
to
the
go
children,
to
I
a
was down-
minimum amount of games or anything? Is that right?
Well, I used to probably do.
Oh, sorry, Anton. Just
10.
sorry to interrupt. Peach, you might want to
Yeah.
get the band hammer out on that next comment.
Oh, stupid people. Okay, yeah,
I
go
know.
on. Yeah, I see you. Continue talking. I'm sorry.
Sorry, mate.
I got you. No, I got you.
No, that's fine.
Stupid
Yeah,
troll.
prior to the kids being born, I would maybe do 12 home games a season, maybe. And
That's
then I would
brilliant.
do like I'd do like Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, whenever they were in the Premier League, or wherever we were Championship, whatever league we were in. Wigan, Preston, Everton, Liverpool, Leeds. There's so many teams in the north of England that are easy for me to get to, and I can do it and back in a reasonable time. So yeah, it's fine. It's cool, man. Like I listen, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's become normality to me, and
You down
Yeah,
for the
we'd
last
change it.
game, Man City?
I think I might be down before that though. I'm trying to. There's 9 games left, isn't there? So 9 Premier League games left, and depending on what the result is tomorrow. So the aim for me would be there's not really any away games that are close for me. So the aim would be to try and do three more games. That's the plan.
You've got to come down
that's
for
the
Mark
plan.
Noble's last game, though, surely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Man
absolutely.
City game.
Well, it might not
Just
be
having a
because his
look.
last game could be the Europa League, couldn't it?
Well,
So-
last one in front of his home fans.
yeah.
That's for
I'll
sure.
be there. I'll be for
We've
that.
got
for that. Yeah, so
Seville at home,
the plan is,
Tottenham away, Everton at home, Brentford away,
yeah,
Burnley at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Norwich away, Man City home. That's the last home game of the season. And Brighton away on the 22nd of May.
yeah. I'll just need to sit down and work it all out because then you need to look at like the television fixtures, don't you? So they announce. I need to check the Premier League website and then double check what happens with, what games get moved because they moved the Chelsea and the Everton, the Chelsea and Arsenal one today, didn't they? Did you see
Chelsea
that? I don't know if you've seen that.
is. I haven't, no, but it's according to this, it's 24th of April at 2:00 now.
Right, let me just tell you what they said on the website. New dates for Chelsea and Arsenal. So
And
both have been
Arsenal's the
chosen
1st
for the
of May at
telly. Oh, so that
4:30.
is. Yeah, Chelsea has been moved to the 24th. So it was on the 23rd. So it's moved on to the 24th. And Arsenal has been moved to the 1st of May. Yeah. So that's up to date. Yeah.
Yeah.
So up to date. But yeah, I'll be
Fun
down
and
and we'll get a
games.
catch up. Hopefully, we'll get we'll get a beer or two.
Or 3.
Definitely. Or 3, yeah. If you're up for the early start.
The
thing is, I used to fly
accommodate you.
I used to fly down a lot, Gatesy, and the flights all changed. It was ridiculous. Like I don't know, the local. I live in I don't know if you know Scotland at all, but I'm quite fortunate where I live. I live 10 minutes from Prestwick Airport, and I live 30 minutes from Glasgow Airport. So previously, we used to fly from Prestwick to London, and it was piss easy for me to go to the games. And then even going from Glasgow, it was easy. But before COVID struck, they were having problems with the runway, and there's something to do in aviation where they negotiate with the airports, and they've got to spend a lot of money, and they didn't want to do it, so they took the flights away from there. Yeah. So the best mode of transport for me to come down is the train. But I like the train because the trains chill out, sit back, don't move, sleep, eat.
How long does it take?
Get off. What, door to door?
Yeah.
Peachy, you've done something to your microphone, mate.
That's like 13, 14 hours to like from where you live to like the ground and coming back. That must be like
All right. Oh well, if you tie in going down and coming back, it's a long day. But if you talk about if I leave my physical house at 5:15 a.m.,
you're there by 4 hours.
I arrive at Stratford, or arrive in London, King's Cross or Euston about what time do I arrive at? Is it 11 or 12? Half 11 or 12, I think it is.
That's not bad.
So that's like 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And really, when you think about it, I've just sat. I usually stop off, like I grab a coffee and maybe like a roll or something, sit on the train, chill out, get a little sleep, wake up, make a few phone calls, speak to the family. Next thing I know, I've only got 2.5 hours to go. Maybe grab something else, maybe have my second breakfast.
Yeah, but coming home, it's a different story because you've been in the Carpenter's Arms and the Supporters Club. It's a different story.
Well, I tell you what though, you do need to, because if I do go down and come back on the same day, I need to leave. I could go for a drink after the game.
Yep.
But that really pushes it to get the last train back to Glasgow.
Of course.
So the best thing for me to do is leave at the final whistle. As soon as the final whistle goes, just leave, head to Hackney Wick, get the train, and then I'm sorted, and then I've got plenty of time to get some food, and then sit on the train and do that on the way up the road. And then I walk through my door at midnight. So I left at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I heard this story before. I remember hearing it. But like, let me ask you, on the way back, and you're a good boy, you're not going out on the piss after, you're like going right back home, getting some food. What food are you getting?
Well, there's a really nice South Korean takeaway place at London Euston that I usually get stuff, man. That's really nice.
I've never had South Korean food.
What do you get from there, dog? Like, what's your order? When
see, when we get to meet, you'll understand this person I am. So I'm very like, I'll go up to the waitress or the waiter and I'll say, listen, I like everything except for I don't like really spicy food. I can take a little kick, but nothing major. But I'm very open. So just literally tell me. See, when I go to a restaurant with the missus and there's like 5 choices I like, I say to the waiter or waitress, like, these are the 5 choices I like. Surprise me. Every time. I'm terrible.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indecisive.
Is it very similar to Chinese food, South Korean, or?
I think there's like I would say maybe like the kind of hot Japanese food, maybe it's similar to like hot Japanese food. So it's like kind of noodly. Yeah, well, I suppose it is. It's like Chinese,
lots of rice and
bean sprouts,
rice
and noodles and stuff. Yeah. So it's all cool, man. It's all gravy. But yeah, it's good fun. I wouldn't change it for the world. I would change it for the world. That's a lie. I would rather be closer, but I'm not going to be. So, and I'm
is
not as
what
far
it
as
is,
Peachy
mate.
boy, man. I mean, Peach, you jump on a private jet, mate. You're what? How long is that taking you to get here?
8 hours. 8 hours. Yeah,
Wow.
8 hours. Yeah, and that's just to,
Is
like
is
Heathrow or Gatwick, and then got to travel to the London Stadium and thing.
is there not? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go on.
A guy or some fan that does travel from the States, not every week, but like once a month. Is there not? I'm sure I've seen an article on the West Ham website once.
If there is, I'm all about that. Pass me your plane ticket.
I mean,
I'll be there in a second.
must be costing a bloody
Yes, please. That'll be
fortune.
like
But
a Christmas
He's
gift
got
to me.
he's got to have a few quid.
Not many.
yeah,
Like a lot of
definitely.
few quid.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of few quid, so it's like, yo, I take that option any day long. Straight up.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
Imagine
this,
that,
okay?
mate.
Anton Gatesy, we're West Ham through and through. We all support the club for the same flipping reason because we were born into it, all of us. Let me ask you this, dog. Like Joe Worrell, what are you saying about Joe Worrell, a defensive signing? Could we get him in? Do you think he'd be quality, championship level, but maybe he would prove himself? I don't think he's ever been in the Premier League. But what's your call on Joe Worrell? Or do you want to go bigger?
You go for it, Gatesy.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
I'm just looking here. He's 25 years of age.
Yep.
He's basically been at Nottingham Forest his entire career. He did have a little loan spell at Dagenham and Redbridge, so he's been in our part of the world before. I've not seen too much of him. I've seen the odd game here and there with Nottingham Forest, and he looks decent at that level. Whether he could cut it at the Premier League, listen, if David Moyes believes that he can do a job, then I would have to say, okay, fine, let's see how it goes. I'd say he's got more right than he's got wrong in signings for sort of like for West Ham. So I'd sort of say, okay, fine, no problem. I like the idea of dipping down into the Championship and finding a rough diamond sort of thing and polishing them up like we did with Jared Bowen. You know,
And Dawson.
I quite enjoy that. You know, Dawson as well, although obviously he was further on in his career. But yeah, 25 years of age, he's approaching his peak. So yeah, I wouldn't be averse to that. Would I want us to go and sign just a raft of players from the Championship? No, I'd like us to get, you know, alongside that a little sprinkling of you know, Premier League quality. To bolster the ranks, but I think we're going to need to do a hell of a lot of work in the summer. A hell of a lot.
I agree with you. What's your
I
take
done
on
a
it, Anton?
I done a video on Worrell back in May. While you were talking at Gatesy, I was trying to find I kind of write up a bit of a script and I save it somewhere. So it's just come up here, May the 31st, 21.
Lovely.
So you know, it's easy for it's easy. We can see the last transfer window, right? There was a couple of particular people that was coming on the channel and were really digging into saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be talking about players signing here, there, and everywhere."
Yep.
And I kind of said that what we were trying to do was, if you watch the show at the start, we were given a disclaimer, and the disclaimer was saying we're not an ITK. We have no interest in being an ITK.
Yeah.
However, if we're linked to a player, what we're going to do is we're going to let you know what we find out about the player and see if it's something that would match with David Moyes. Now, what I wrote at the time was Worrell is the right-footed left centre-back.
Yep.
He's the main player when building from the back, and his main duty is to serve the ball to the players in advanced position,
Sorry,
especially the
Anton.
fullbacks. He can use his... Yeah?
Sorry, did you say he's a right-footed...
Left centre-back.
A right-footed left centre-back?
Yeah. So he plays on the left hand, right-footed, but plays on the left-hand side predominantly. And that was under. So this is back in May. So this was under. Let me see who their manager was. I don't know if it's the same. Sabri Lamucci, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yep. He can use his positioning and anticipation to tackle these situations, preventing goals, which I think is really key. for us because I think we lack that ability of positioning. So I think that,
Yep.
you know, when we had Ogbonna loves to jump out. Zuma also is more of a jumpy out, but he's a little bit of a sometimes sit back. Dawson as well. I think we've really lacked, since we've never had Winston Reid and Ginge. I think we really lacked that kind of quality defender since the two of them were either injured and have left the club. And I think that's what Moyes is looking for to complement the defenders we've currently got. He apparently takes more responsibility in distributing from the back. He can use both his right foot and his left foot to pass accurately, even under pressure. He positions himself to eliminate the potential danger. So he's all about his positioning. He can read the game well, apparently. And since we were linked to him back then, I've tried to watch a few Nottingham Forest's games. And when I did get to watch him, you can completely see he's more of a reader of the game. So he looks like he's fast, but he's fast because he reads the game better than the potential, or better than other players do. So when a forward comes against them, he's already maybe got 2 or 3 yards on them because he anticipates the passes that are coming. It's just whether or not he can make that step up.
6'4", I see. So he's a big boy.
Big lad. Yeah, he's a big boy. And at the time, he had 31 championship outings. So this was back in May. He averaged 1 tackle a game, 1 interception a game, 4 clearances a game, 1 block per game. He won over 2 aerial duels per game as well. Man mountain strong, very dominant in the air. There's loads more here. I'm just
had a
reading
spell
some
at Rangers, didn't he?
Bobs.
Yes, he did. Yes,
yeah,
he
was
did.
on. Yeah, he was on loan at Rangers in the 2018-19 season.
And you know,
He
Anton,
didn't want to go out on loan, but
you know what he said about like the whole malarkey about like the rumors of him coming to West Ham, which have like surfaced again. I'm reading it just now. He said there's always stuff flying about players going here, there, and everywhere. I don't really let all that sort of stuff affect me. So obviously, his mind is ready, steady, focusing on the team that he's playing for, which is Nottingham Forest, and he thinks that it's very clear to everybody. My head was never away from Forest ever. It was very flattering talking about West Ham United, and you always see stuff. No matter how well you play, you always get linked with different clubs. But for me, I was always set on playing for Forest. So in that in itself, you can tell he's a loyal type of person. You know what I mean? And that's the type of people we want on our team. So I credit.
Well, not
that.
Nottingham Forest are like, yeah, they're 9th in the league, so they're only 2. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? So they're 4 points off the playoffs. So they've got a good chance, and they've been on form. But the rumor was, I don't know where these rumors come from, to be honest, but
Journals.
Potentially Longello. Like I get we want to bring a centre half in.
Yeah, that was baloney.
No. The other rumor is Longello was part of the deal to bring Worrell in.
Oh no, thank you. No, thank you. I didn't hear that
But
one. I heard the one that he was like going to like Middlesbrough or something, or somewhere for like less than like 500 like thousand quid, and I was like, what? No way! Like that's the.
I do trust, but I completely trust Moyes. But really, like, did you two not like Longello when, from what you've saw of him so far, which is not a lot, but what we have saw of him?
I'd loved him in sorry, Gatesy, to like go in straight away, but
that's all right.
Thank you, my friend. I loved him in Europe. Now on to you, Gatesy.
Well, to be honest, I've only seen him in a first team action in that game against, what was it, Dinamo Zagreb, wasn't it?
Yep.
And it was a dead rubber. I thought he looked decent though, but he hasn't even been seen on the bench since, to the best of my knowledge.
No, he's not. He's not. Do you ever watch the under-23s? Just out of interest, like
yes. When obviously I haven't seen them live since there was we went to a couple of pre-season friendlies, Duke and I, and Milesy came to one as well.
Right.
But I haven't seen them because wasn't there was something that we couldn't go because of COVID. I'm guessing that's all in the past now, and we can go to a 23 game. I don't see why not, but Yeah, I've seen them online a few times, and yeah, they're doing some good things.
There
I'm
was a
really
match the other
impressed with
day,
this current crop.
Anton. There was a match the other day, and let me tell you, Arcoflex, like
Yeah.
Made a good goal to
sublime.
Perkins, didn't he?
He basically like he did the Declan Rice from like our half
Yeah.
to like their half, passed it
Mad.
off to Chester's. Chester's just put it in like nobody's business. It was, and that was only like a day or two ago. Phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal, man.
Yeah. But do you know what? Like when you look at the under 23s, right? I've said this before as well. Like I think what West Ham are doing is obviously they're kind of searching for the best of the other lot. So they're bringing in like the Equas, they're bringing in the Okaflexes, and then what's happening is it's not ideal for the current crop that
Good
are
evening,
there because
Richard.
then they look over the. They have to look out, Rich. They have to look over their shoulders and they go, "Oh shit! Like this is the best player coming from this team or whatever." So you know, Okaflex may drop other players that were there further down the list. However, what it does do is it makes all the players step up to the mark and play to higher standards.
Absolutely.
Because you know, from what I saw at Equa in pre-season in some of the under 23 games, he looks like a proper beast. Like
And
he looks like he's got-
you went to St. Andrews and saw all of that. Like you got to see all of
yeah,
that
but
with your family and all.
but-
Like that was brilliant.
yeah, but so I actually done St Andrews twice. I done it the first
Did ya?
season they came there, which was the season before, and then the second
Okay.
season, and that's what made me really take a key interest in the under 23s and start to watch the games.
Yep.
But the current crop, like I know people say it, but well, we can't rely on the under 23s. But I get frustrated by that comment. I really do.
Yeah,
because
why
I
not?
feel like, yeah, but so many people say Gatesy. So many people say, yeah, but I think West Ham fans seem to be scarred by Sam Allardyce when he threw us under the bus against Nottingham Forest in that FA Cup.
Yeah,
Yep.
but that was
And
That was disgusting.
yeah. I mean, that was
and when you listen to like, is it Sebastian Leggett who speaks about that and actually says that yeah, we were completely thrown under the bus.
sacrificial lambs.
That's what it was.
But I totally think that we are scarred by that. But for me, you look at Italian clubs, like what's his name, Donnarumma. He was given his debut at the age of like 17. By the age of like 20, or whatever age he was, by the age of like 20, he's got 250 appearances under his belt in the first team for Milan. And he's an international goalkeeper for Italy. Like, but you don't really see that anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say, well, look at Tony Martinez, look what he's doing. I'm not even trying to do that because I'm not, you know, some players don't work out and work in a better system. But I'm just a bit like, there's a couple there, like Alessi, Baptiste. They look like the real deal.
Did you see the
They look like the
18s
real
one
deal.
as well today?
No, I didn't. Tell me about
Did
it.
they win today? Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Brighton 3-2.
Magic.
There's,
Magic.
just got it
Yeah.
here. Is it Kadua, Mubama, and Marshall got the goals?
Wicked.
So
And your
Did-
man, what's it
Yeah.
called? Is it what's the man on YouTube or Twitter?
What was that?
Rising Hammers, is it called?
yes, yes.
Yep.
I don't know who he is. I'm assuming he works for the club. He must have a
Word up.
connection to the club because he posts the highlights of all the games and
Yes.
and the club and,
So
and
yeah, it's a
the club
copyright.
follow
That's
him.
what I was talking to you about before. Like the copyright being able to
Yeah.
post them things. He must have that.
I think he has something to do with the club because
Makes
I think the
sense.
club follow him and he follows
Maybe
the
Jack
club. And
Sullivan.
he completely advertises. Yeah.
Yo,
So-
let me. Sorry. Go, continue.
No,
My
go
bad.
for it. Go,
No,
go.
piss off. Continue.
No, I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm sorry for yawning,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
do. You're dingbats. Tucson. See, I'm gonna get this wrong, and I don't mean to like murder a man's name, but Tucson, Adder.
Tosin Aderbioyo.
How do you say it? It's not yo-yo. It's not yo-yo. Shut up. It's not yo-yo.
Aderbioyo.
You murdered it more than I murdered it.
You
And I
think?
was trying to like give the man respect, dog. How do you mean?
I thought I did quite well.
Adabara Bayoyo.
Aderbioyo. But yeah, whatever.
Okay, let's just call him Yo-Yo. So Yo-Yo from Fulham, good player.
Aderbioyo. There you go. That's the one. Adarabioyo.
Anton, wouldn't that be a sign? Adabara Yo-Yo, Adabara Yo-Yo, Adabara Yo-Yo. That would be a tune. But no, honestly, like I looked at his highlights. If you haven't looked at them, they're really good. They're really
He's the
good.
kid that
I
was
looked
at
at his
City, wasn't he?
highlights. He's a center back. He is right-footed. he plays well forward, so it would help somebody like Deckers out. And he reminds me of a Patrick Vieira, like Yaya Toure. He's in that mold, like Yaya Toure, Patrick Vieira, more Yaya Toure. But
So
please
how old is
have
this
a
lad?
look at. I beg your
24.
pardon?
24.
He's 24,
Yeah.
6'5",
Yeah,
big boy.
yeah. English boy. Yeah,
Yep.
and he's played. Hold on, I'll pull this up because I made sure I had this on my phone. He's played England under 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
Tidy. Manchester City. Then he went on to West Brom, Blackburn, and then Fulham.
Did you know what the name of Manchester City's head of recruitment was called that spotted this kid?
Was it Fletcher Moss?
No, Terry John.
There you go.
Not John
I thought you
Terry,
were about
Terry
to
John.
say-
There you
I thought
go.
you were about to say Rob Newman.
I thought you were about to say Lampard Frank. Like,
But listen, contrary to him, you've
Yeah.
got Forson, who's the opposite size.
you
He's
get what
like
I'm
literally
saying.
5 foot, but
Yeah.
I think he is. I love him. I
Me too.
really, really like this
Me
Forson
too.
lad.
Me too.
He came on. I think he played a preseason game. I wouldn't be surprised if you were probably at it, Gatesy. I'm trying to remember what ones. I think I seen a post that you were at. I can't remember who it was. Maybe he didn't
we
play,
went
but
and
he's
saw the
he's
18s and the 23s. We saw them at. I think we saw the 23s at Southend,
All right.
yeah.
and we saw them at Ebbsfleet as well, and we saw the 18s play against. Who was the team that Julian Dix was managing? Was it Haybridge Swifts?
What were they called? Yes, that's it.
Yeah, and we watched them at Aveley. So yeah, he may well have been playing in one of them teams.
Yeah. Just I think Forson looks like a top notch.
He's cracking.
Like
I think he played at Southend.
He's cracking.
Might be
N'Golo
wrong.
Kante, he's like that kind of style of midfielder. However, apparently when he came on he was in the Europa League squad. The one against Dinamo Zagreb, he didn't play, but he was although he came on like in the last minute or something, and he went up front, and apparently he started playing up front, which is a bit random because I actually think he's a very, very good midfielder. But
yeah.
And here's a story for you. You ready for this one? You ready for
Please.
this one? Mark Robson, who's the under 23s coach.
Yeah.
Before I quit playing football, I used to play charity matches for West Ham at Upton Park.
What?
So I played in 3 charity matches, as part of whatever this thing to raise money and stuff like that. And ex-pros would come involved. So one year there was supposed to be like Rufus Brevet, and we would get like blah 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 blah. And then this year was Mark Robson. And at the end of the game, so did our team win? I can't remember. 2-1, I think it was. And at the end, Mark Robson had to choose his man of the match.
And it was
he chose the big centre half. The big centre half.
It was you.
And I don't know.
Yes.
I've got a clip of. I've actually got the full game in 90 minutes, but I took a clip from it because I take out a player in the opposing team just outside the box, and the referee thinks I get the ball. I really don't think I do get the ball.
And you got away with it. You got away.
And I got away with it.
Yes.
But see if I even had the slightest touch of on the ball, it would be like world class tackle. So yeah, I've got a picture of me. I need to find it, and I'll bring it to you one day. Me, Mark Robson, and I'm holding the ball. I've got a big bald head because I used to love obviously Julian Dix. So
Yeah.
it was funny.
Anton,
Funny
you
days.
know all I have to say to that, honestly. That's what I have to say to that. Like straight up, like that sounds so beautiful. I want that clip. I want that clip, dog. I want that clip.
Oh, you
of
find it?
just-
Yeah,
Yo.
it's ridiculous.
Oh, so dope.
Here's a question.
Oh, Gates, he's in the building. Go on.
You mentioned his name earlier, and it's funny because I was having a conversation with one of my sons and my daughter on the way to Sunday's game. You
Mhm.
mentioned Winston Reid.
I love Winston Reid.
Yep.
Should he get a testimonial?
Absolutely.
He's not going to, but he should. Yeah, I absolutely. He goes down in my modern time one of our best defenders. Honestly, I think he's.
Mm-hmm.
I think his injuries took over
Mm-hmm.
people's opinion of him. Really, to be honest, I really do.
He's one of my favorite center halves. Honestly, he
Yeah,
scored the last
I
goal
agree.
that the Paul in.
Not
Like,
his fault. He got injured though.
I
Do
love
you know what I
him, man.
mean?
Absolutely.
No,
And
I
I sort
know,
of,
but
I
I think
look and I think, well, I mean, Julian Dix, he never got a testimonial, but he got a benefit match, and he never did 10 years service, and yet Winston Reed's done 11.
I know, but the most
yeah.
disgusting one was the Ginger Pele. Like, Ginger Pele should be
Well, I kind of bunched. I bunched the two of
celebrated
them
all
up.
around the world.
I bunched Ginger Pele and Winston Reed up in the similar mindset. I seen a lot of people totally devastated at the fact that Ginger Pele
Yep.
didn't get a testimonial, me
Oh,
included.
I'm
And I
one
was
of them.
at the game where he was
Yep.
walking around clapping and stuff like that.
Yep.
But nobody said the same about Winston Reed, Gatesy and Peach. Nobody said that about him, and it
No.
really shocked me because
I'd put him in the same bracket.
yeah, I mean, listen, let's not forget Winston Reed was number one centre half, and Ginger Pele was the backup to him for several years in a West Ham shirt.
Yep.
And if you look at if you watch the last season at Upton Park, I used to get ripped all the time because Andrew Logbonna was not a very good centre half when he first came to West Ham. He really wasn't. He was a calamity. He wasn't awful. He wasn't shit. He just wasn't fantastic. And the biggest issue was if you watch the games, Winston Reed was constantly shouting at him because he was never in line with the other three defenders. Never. Ogbonna was never in line, and that's where we always got caught out. Ogbonna is like a fine wine. He's become better the older he's got, and the more he's
100%.
learned about the culture of the club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. But Winston Reed was your stonewall. Like where he came from Denmark, he got a run of games in the Championship. He scored that goal against Millwall, and he really made that position his own, and he made the step up. And let's not forget, big, massive clubs came in for him, and that's when we signed him up on a long-term contract.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal were sniffing around him. I can't remember. I think Liverpool maybe were sniffing around him at the same time. And then that injury he got, was it Swansea game?
I think it was.
Yes. Yeah, it was away at Swansea.
Yeah.
Yeah, away at Swansea. And you just knew at that point, you could see by his face, you could see by the way he went down, his knee was just, that was it.
And Antoine,
I was devastated.
No, myself as well. But it's like all the shouting and nagging that Winston Reed did, that might have put him in the right mind frame to like actually raise his game, which he did. Yeah.
Why do you think he's not going to get a testimonial, Anton? Do you think it's simply because the attitude is he got a lot of money for sitting on the treatment table for the last 2 years?
A bit like that. But have you ever watched his interview when he left the club?
No.
I think I saw bits of it. I don't think I saw it all the way through, to be honest.
I didn't.
The rumor was that he was very introvert. He was a big introverted person. But when he was on a football field, he was extremely extrovert.
Yeah.
But as soon as he came off the football field, he would really kind of go within himself, apparently. So I don't know if he made a big deal of situations or made a big deal of anything, and was probably quite easy-ozy. And and when you listen to him talk, his priorities seem to be. It kind of reminds me of. Remember Matthew Rush, whom I fucking loved at West Ham, and he never played a lot of games. But when Russ brought him on the show, and I knew this about him anyway, but when Russ brought him on the show, and I pushed Russ to go and try and find Matthew Rush, and fair play, he found Matthew Rush and brought him on. Matthew Rush's career, like pretty much he ended it himself because he didn't want to be in football. He just didn't want to be in football. But he was one of the most talented young West Ham players around at that time. But when you listen to stories about people talking about Matthew Rush, they say he's one of the best players they've ever played with, but his head wasn't in the game. His head was out of the game. He wanted to make sure he had a professional qualification. He wanted to make sure he had a long-term job, a long-term future, a long-term career. And he went and got that, and that's why he left.
You can't blame him for that, but it's like...
And I feel like Winston Reed...
Yep.
I feel like Winston Reed's similar, but stayed in the game, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. Makes a lot of sense.
And I just feel like he never made a big deal of anything. But yeah, there was a lot of people calling for him to get his contract get cancelled and stuff like that. And what, 2.5 years was it? We paid his wages and he never played a game.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I remember he was. There was a lot of talk around. Do you remember we played a game against West Brom in the FA Cup at London Stadium, and I think that was one of the first games of David Moyes' second tenure, and Slav was the manager of West Brom. And I remember around that time that there was a rumor doing the rounds that Winston Reid was going to be Winston Reid's comeback match, but it never happened, and we never saw him in a claret and blue shirt. He obviously had the loan spells out with was it Kansas City, wasn't it? I think, if I remember correctly, and Brentford.
Yeah, that's where he went into MLS. Yeah,
but never. And he's not played a game since he left the club. I mean, he's not found another club or anything.
No, he's not at a club. No.
It's a shame.
Katie, what do you think about like talking West Ham, like our players like going to different clubs, like how Winston Reid went to Kansas City and that? What's your thoughts on the hype building up about like Mr. Lanzini going back to River Plate end of the season? Like, do you think he could hack another season with us, or it's just like
absolutely he could have another season in the Premier League. I mean, he's not looked out of place in the Premier League this season.
No, he's looked well in place, and I think he's a little jewel.
I think he will go back to River Plate. I think that's his ambition. I mean, he's 29 now, so I think that he'll probably stay another year or two, and then that will be him done.
But his contract's out. He's out of contract next year. And I think that's where the story's coming from. Because, like you said, Gates, he's 29.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a bit of substance to it. Apparently, because he's had some form of communication recently with someone connected to the club that's been visible. And then people are starting to put two and two together. There's been 3 incidences that have led to the reason why he's been linked to River Plate again. And apparently, adding to the fact that he's out of contract at the end of next season, if I'm right, he's 29, and they may be looking to try and upgrade that position. But I completely agree with you. He's been fantastic. Yep. I love it, and I'm so glad he's there. Yep. It's just,
you know who else is happy that he's at West Ham, don't you?
Well, happy.
Of course. His contract expires June 30th, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So
right, I'm gonna see if I can. You ready to see this?
Go on,
aye.
Oh, you can't see it. It's crap. I don't know how to do it. How do I do it?
It's like Bobby Moore.
Bobby Moore with a little bit of Julian Dix.
There you go, my son.
But yeah, like Lanzini. Wow, I think he makes me proud as a West Ham fan, actually, because I love the fact that he was down and out.
No, it's
he was down and out though.
I got it, Doc. I got it. Let me show you. I got it. It's at the end, but I got it. Hold on. I think this is it, but I got it. I hope I picked the right one, but I think. No, this might be it still. Hold on.
Yo, they talking crazy. We don't even see him.
That was it, Doc. Everybody loves Lanzini. He plays the West Ham way, my G. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Anton.
Can't be bad.
Yo, I like, you can't get better than Lanzini. I don't care if he's like 32, 34, 100 years old. Like,
thing is, if he wants to go home, no, Peach, I can't knock him for it. You know, he's been a great servant to the club. He's come back from a bad injury.
No, I people go on
listen,
the
if he wants-
boys
if
like
he wants
private
to-
jet that Anton's talking about, lay down like spikes on the road, so it bursts like air tires. No, he's not
No.
going anywhere. I
No,
will
if
be
he
there
if
with
he
happy
wants to
they-
go,
Gatorade.
but would
he's
they-
I'll
earned
be
the
like,
right.
you're not going nowhere.
But would they?
Stop.
But would West Ham look at this situation like he's 29?
Yep.
He's are we going to sign him up on another contract? Like I mean, if I was West Ham,
Yeah.
I think he adds value to the squad. So therefore, I don't see the harm in offering him another year.
Oh, now look
Let
at
me
that
ask you
from
this though.
Rob
And
Singleton.
Let me ask you this though.
Yeah,
Like,
see that?
let me
See
ask you
that?
this though. Would you cash in on Lanzini for like a Coutinho?
Well, that's what Robert Singleton's just said there in the chat.
No, see, I didn't even look at the chat. Oh my days, you gotta be joking me. Real talk. That's what like I just like wow. Big up Robbie, yes. Oh my days. See, me and you are on the same mind frame. But like, yeah, would you cash in on Lanzini for a Coutinho? Like
How about Ben Rama?
Coutinho,
Ben Rama's championship at best, dog. Like, honestly, he's good. He had like flings of versatility, and he was zipping and dazzling and zazzling and everything in the last match against Villa. But he does that like 3 times a year. So it's like you need to do that like 38 times a year, not like 3 times a year.
I can't work out Ben Rama. I
Me
really can't.
neither.
I want
Me
him.
neither.
I've never wanted a player to succeed so much in my life
Me too.
in a West Ham shirt.
Yep. Me too.
And I can't fathom like what's going on. I can't fathom when I know his stats for the season look good, but you know, I mean, I tell you what, this is where I'm putting it here, and you could agree or disagree with me, but if he plays shit and assists 2 goals every single game, I'll take that.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
100%. But is
Did you see
he
his
putting
stats
himself
for
in
the
the
Aston
shop
Villa game?
window? Or is he putting himself in the shop window right now? Like, and he didn't give 2 things like before when he was playing? I do not get it. This is why I think like getting some of the youngsters up in the mix, like Alcoflex and Chesters and Potts, I think that would be a good idea. But call me stupid. Like, I don't know, man.
Listen. In answer to your question about Coutinho, I'd have Coutinho in a heartbeat. How old is Coutinho? How old is he?
Oh, 27, I think. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let me have a look.
Is it? I thought as much
Is
around
he only
then,
27?
He
Yeah, say
is
27,
29, excuse me.
There you go.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, I mean, I don't know.
See,
You said about
bring
his
them all in.
stats. You said about Benny's stats against the Villa there, Anton. Which one in particular was
Yeah.
you looking at?
good
Right,
question.
so I got the positive stats from the game, not the negative stats from the game. So I
Okay.
got he 100% long balls completed,
Okay.
81% pass accuracy,
Yep.
57 touches, 5 ball recoveries,
Mhm.
4 shots,
Yep.
2 successful take-ons, 2 chances created, 2 assists.
Mhm.
What I did say, because I've done a video on Ben Rama today, and what I did say was it's the 29%. The 19% that he didn't get accurate in passing that was really blatantly shit, that was really highlighted of how not great it was. It was all the ball recoveries that he didn't make in the first half in particular that really highlighted that how much of a kind of bad game.
I think he had a half-hour phase, didn't he, where he
Yeah,
looked
did.
poor
Yeah.
for what you
Yeah.
expect of a player with
Yeah.
the reputation that he's come with, rightly or wrongly.
Yeah.
I think he started well. I think he dropped his performance levels dramatically, and he finishes with 2 assists. I will give Saeed Ben Rama due credit because one thing that I will say is that he was persistent and he was courageous. He kept going. It would have been quite easy for him to sort of like as his performance was dipping, for him to just sort of give up and sort of shrug his shoulders and whatever. And to be fair to him, he didn't.
Yeah. No, I know.
Credit to him for
100%.
that. Yeah.
Listen, I want you. Do you remember when we had Diangana, and then we were linked to Ben Rama, and we were linked to Eberechi Eze from
Yep.
who's now with Crystal Palace.
And who was
At the
the
time,
other
never
player
forget
we
it.
had, Anton? And Gakia, wasn't it?
No, he was the right back though. He was the full back that went to Watford.
Yeah, sorry, I just was saying it was like in and around the same time.
Yeah. But with these three players, the rumor was obviously, and it happened, that Diangana was going to go, and West Ham are going to look to replace him with either Benrahma or Eberechi Eze. Now, in the little chat that we're in with the West Ham Network guys, me and one of the guys, Liam Sessi, were totally bigging up. Eberechi Eze was my numero uno. Like, he was
Me too.
number one.
Me too.
He is like,
Etsy and
like
I think he
Tony.
was Moyes' number one as well, wasn't he?
100.
he was, mate.
Yeah,
And see when he comes
100.
back, he's
Yeah.
like. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, he is. It's a big statement I'm about to make here, but he
Go on,
kind of reminds me of a young English Zidane. Like,
Yeah.
the ball
Yeah.
just sticks to his feet.
Yeah.
Like, he's a
I hear that.
quality footballer.
And
then
you got Tony now, who's like best penalty taker like in the world. And
Yeah.
we were after him, dog. We could have had Etsy and Tony instead of Benrahma, dog. You get what I'm saying? It's like, but the board of
it's a big.
man.
It's a big. The last 9-10 games.
Banhammer,
they've been
Peach,
so big.
Banhammer.
Okay, I got you.
It's a big 9 games for Benny, innit? Big 9 games.
Yeah, I
for Benny.
mean,
huge,
he's got the
huge.
opportunity to cement his place in the starting lineup for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I turned around yesterday and because we did our post match for the Villa game yesterday, and James Fever popped up, E20's own TV, and listen, I think we all know that James's opinions on Benrahma, they're well documented. He is a Benrahma fan. I just lost my train of thought there.
Championship at best. That's
No,
what you're gonna say.
listen,
Listen, championship at best.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's a good player. I want him to succeed, as I do any player in Claret and Blue. You know, but if someone wants to say that he's not had a good game because he's not had a good game, then that's it. You know,
He's blowing. He blows hot and cold, and
100.
the only thing really that Benrahma misses, which is the biggest thing that Moyes wants, is consistency.
yeah,
If
he's
he
very
could give
streaky.
us,
Brethren,
Yeah,
he's living in a Canute body, like he's living in a Canute body, but like wants to live in a shell of Payet, and it's not happening. It's not happening.
I think
like,
because what I said yesterday, I think what Benrahma, in my opinion, needs to do, because I think James asked the question, what does he need to do in order to be a first team pick or something like the worst to that effect was the question he asked.
yeah,
And I gave my answer. Well, the answer is really simple, but it's really difficult at the same time. He's got to impress David Moyes, which is simple but difficult. Do you know what I mean? And I think he needs to literally have a conversation with David Moyes and say, okay, cards on the table. What do you want me to do to get in your team on a more consistent basis? What do you need from me? And it's then, if he gets that information, it's then incumbent upon the player to implement it. And if he can't implement it, then it is what it is.
see,
but
yeah,
but in all honesty, in the first half, like, if we had strength and depth, he probably would have been whipped off the park in the first half. It's just that, and I'm not saying that because we didn't have strength and depth, but I actually think that Moyes must have seen something in that first half. But it got to the point where Antonio had to keep drifting out to collect the ball to try and do something with it, and was actually doing a decent job and starting to win corners and throw-ins. But then who are we to say this? Because Moyes stuck with him, and eventually he got 2 decent, very good assists. And
did you see though when he got subbed off?
What happened?
There didn't really see, unless I misread it, but there didn't really seem to be any interaction between David Moyes and Saeed Benrahma as he came off. You know, normally the manager's like, you know, sort of maybe giving a player a pat on the back or a handshake or
Who
something.
came
like
on
that.
for him again?
Issa Diop.
yeah.
Right. Now, if memory serves me right here, Gatesy, if memory serves me right, remember the rule can be the player can come off at any point in the park. Doesn't have to come over to the the rule was they had to come off at the wherever the
But he
manager
did.
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
He
in
did.
that
He
area.
did come over.
See, did he? I thought
Yeah.
thought he came off further down the park.
No, he came
So I
off.
got that wrong then.
He
Okay.
came off on the dugout side, and I might have. I might be misremembering this, but someone in the live chat, you can either back me up or tell me I'm talking nonsense. That's fine. But I'm fairly sure from where I was sitting, he came off the pitch. There was no real interaction between David Moyes and Saeed Ben Rahman. No pat on the back, no shake of the hand, nothing. I think he did interact. I don't know if it was Paul Nevin or Kevin Nolan, or he did interact with one of the coaches. I definitely saw that, but I didn't see any interaction between player and manager. Now, if I saw that correctly, and obviously this coming a few weeks after the little spat after he got pulled off against Newcastle, I do look at that and think, I'm not too sure if he's going to be at the club beginning of next season, rightly or wrongly.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lads, I'd love to stay on longer, but
No,
I'm gonna have to go.
We've talked. Honestly,
Mrs. Anton's just walked in her finest lingerie.
Oh, shut up about you and Anton's missus and your missus and but I'll show you. Listen, much respect. Thank you for coming on. All I wanted to talk about was the boy from Fulham, Nottingham Forest boy, Joe Burrow. I said Nottingham Forest boy because I can't pronounce his name. And then Lanzini going to River Plate. And you've answered all my questions. So thank you very, very kindly and very, very much.
And subscribe to West Ham Network.
Oh, and subscribe
and
to
the
Forge
West Ham
from Iron.
Random and Forge from Iron.
We all got one another. I love it. Happy family things, dog. Straight up.
Bless you,
it.
Anton.
Good fun though.
Listen, Anton, you have a beautiful evening. It is what?
Yep.
Like 8, 9. It's like
10.
10. Yeah. Oh my days.
All
right. And yeah.
Right, take it easy, lads. Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons.
Up to hammers. Come on, you irons. We got this. Straight up. We got this. Why? How can you not love West Ham? Gatey, how can anybody not love West Ham? We have the best supporters in the world, overland and sea. What did you just say? The M word?
If you're a Millwall fan, you probably don't love
You
West
said the
Ham.
M word.
Yeah,
Nope,
yeah.
Say the M word. Not
A
allowed.
lot of my family are Millwall. I'm from South
my
East
cousin's
London, aren't I?
Millwall.
So-
Like I got a cousin Millwall and a cousin Arsenal. Like how?
and I'm married to
happy
a Spurs
I am.
fan. Wow.
They don't know what true supporters are, dog. And you know what?
Banhammer.
Oh, again, stupid band hammers. I'll show you. My father, he went to one of his mates passed away through like dialysis and that, right? And he was only young. He was only your age. He was only like 100.
23.
Like, he was only your age, dog. He was only 100. And like, I'm joking. He was like 60 odd. And he passed from like dialysis and that. I'll show his picture right now. Hold on. And he's from East London. Hold on 1 second. I will do this. That is the boy. That is the boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Derek Dorset. He's from East London. And on
Was he living in Canada before he passed, or?
Yeah, so he was he grew up in East London, moved to Canada, proper hammer, like West Ham through and through, like through and through. And on the thing it said, hold on, see,
Serious condolences to his family.
Oh, 100%. He said, just think of him as resting from the sorrows and the tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days or years. Think of him as living in the hearts of those who touched. Think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched. For nothing loved is ever lost, and he was loved so much. We'll miss you, big man, but we know you'll be fine. We'll always remember you're with us. You're with us. You're with us. Scotch, a beer, or a wine.
When did he pass?
Okay, so it was September 10th. He was born September 10th, 1960, and he passed February 15th, 2022. And there's the boy. There is
Nah.
the boy. Yeah. West Ham
Fare,
to his, and my
fare thee well, sir.
I beg your pardon?
Fare thee well on your journey, sir.
Yes.
Godspeed.
Yes. And Godspeed. And my dad got up and he sang Bubbles at the celebration of life, which was beautiful. And he had the bowling shirt on, bowling ground,
Yeah.
E17. Is it? It's E17 bowling
What,
ground.
the bowling ground? No, it was E139AZ to give it its full
That's what it
postcode.
was then. E139Z. Yeah. So he had the postal code. He had the bowling ground, black shirt, and then he had the West Ham scarf that my mate Scott McClure was goalkeeper at Rangers.
I was going to say he was the goalkeeper. Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, and his son had a tryout for West Ham, and
Yeah.
I got him the scarf, and so he had the scarf, he had the shirt, he sang Bubbles and Gatesy. It was like you couldn't stop crying. It was like you were singing and smiling, but you were crying all at the
Yeah.
same time. And he held the scarf upon like top of his head. It was fucking emotional, man. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah. It was magic. It was magic. It was magic. And yeah, on to good things and new things. We have, because I know me and you touched on this like last night. But me and you have 2 days away.
Yeah.
2 days away. 2 days to wait. 2 days away to make it come great. Like, let's have
And
it.
I'll be there with my kids. It's all
I know
good.
you will. But they'll be wanting to go back for like sugar plums and donuts, like before the game is done.
What else is new?
Now, what do you rate our chances? Honestly,
I think you'd probably say, given, despite the fact we're the home team, but we're going against the team that's won this competition
Yep.
more than anyone else. We're going into it with, on the face of it, a good few injuries. I think we're probably going to be the underdogs to go through the tie. Maybe we might be slight favourites to win the game. Who knows? But you know, we could win 2-1 and it goes to penalties and they could go through. Do you know what I mean? So we win the match, but we go out. So
I hear you. I hear you.
who knows? But and listen, there would be no disgrace in going out to Seville. They are a very, very good team. But
they run the competition.
We could just upset the apple cart. But we need to believe that we can.
I think we will upset the apple cart. Gatey, I'm gonna end this just now, but stay on because I'll be like in the back thing. Stay on. Everybody, thank you for tuning in.
I'm gonna put in an overtime claim for this, you know.
I know, but listen. I'll only keep you like 2-3 minutes. Honestly.
Is this actually 2-3 minutes or is this a peach 2-3 minutes?
No, this is like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Shut up. Big up Fortune Lions. Big up West Ham Network. Big up West Ham Random. Love you all. Let's have it.